The winning, the witch hunts, the fire, the fury. It's the best presidency ever!
Trump shut down the government to build the wall.
20 times you have called for, I will shut down the government if I don't get my wool. None of us have said.
You want to know something?
You've said
okay,
it.
you want to put that on my...
You've said it.
I'll take it.
Okay, good.
You know what I'll say? Yes. If we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call, I will shut down the government.
Okay,
absolutely.
fair enough.
Sad. The CBO estimating that the cost of the federal government shutdown is $11 billion.
Because if you want to protect the American economy, you must first destroy the American economy. Girl.
Today, I'm truly proud to welcome to the White House our college football playoff national champions, the Clemson Tigers.
I am so glad that my sainted grandmother is not alive to have seen what Trump was serving up in the White House McDonald's.
You guys aren't into salads. We have pizzas, we have 300 hamburgers, many French fries. The reason we did this is because of the shutdown.
Y'all couldn't find no ambrosia up in there?
Nobody can make none of that. What is that the white people
That
like that?
nasty green bean
The green
salad,
bean casserole.
the casserole y'all like to eat?
Every other championship team wouldn't come to the White House. And I thought that was because they thought he was a racist. It's because they knew what the food was like.
It's a witch hunt.
Former FBI Director Robert Mueller is coming in to investigate the Trump campaign.
Everybody in the Trump campaign kept saying, oh, yeah, I don't know any Russians, while they were at lunch with Russians. Everywhere you were looking at that time, there was a Russian falling out of people's pockets. People had Russians in their shoes.
People hated Trump so much that Robert Mueller became a sex symbol.
I was rubbing one out to Robert Mueller. I know. Stop it. You are terrible.
To Hal, sorry I let you down, love, Bob.
Kushner asked Kislyak if they could communicate using secure facilities at the Russian embassies.
The whole thing's redacted. There's nothing in here. It's all a bunch of words crossed out. This is the worst book ever.
A year of aggravation, that's what I smell. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't actually do this. I can't actually. Yep, that's what it's. I can't actually find nobody guilty or nothing. No, that's not. I can't do that.
I can smell it. I smell it.
Let it have been black. You would have found him guilty then, wouldn't you? Yes.
This is an island surrounded by water, big water, ocean water.
President Trump announced on Twitter that he is canceling his scheduled trip to Denmark after the Danish prime minister said his idea of buying Greenland was, quote, absurd.
It's not for sale. It's Greenland. It's not for sale.
You act like a spoiled child.
Thought that the prime minister's statement that it was absurd, it was an absurd idea, was nasty. I thought it was an inappropriate statement.
What I think happened is a military aide blew Trump's mind by showing him that accurate flattened map for the first time. And he figured he had secret knowledge about how big Greenland is and could get a really good deal on it.
So is Trump an embarrassment internationally? Yes, without question. But the United Nations have never been more united.
In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
This would be so funny if he didn't have access to the nuclear codes.
Locker room talk.
Michael Cohen is about to go to jail, and he flips on Donald Trump.
I hope my appearance here today, my guilty plea, and my work with law enforcement agencies are steps along a path of redemption.
Then they play the phone calls he made on Trump's behalf as his lawyer.
He went real gangster on them.
You write a story that has Mr. Trump's name in it with the word rape, and I'm going to mess your life up for the rest. For as long as you're on this freaking planet, I'm going to turn around. You're going to have judgments against you for so much money, you'll never know how to get out from underneath it.
I love a good threat.
It literally sounds like Eminem threatening his ex-wife, Kim.
Because what I'm gonna do to you is gonna be disgusting. Do you understand
It's gonna be fucking disgusting. When you turn your back on me, I'm gonna do something violent to you from the behind. I can't write a publication with the word rape using Trump, but you're gonna like threaten to rape me? Stop it, man. Stop it.
There was no quid pro quo.
President Trump has just been impeached on both Article 1, abuse of power, and on Article 2, obstruction of Congress.
I want nothing. That's what I want from Ukraine. That's what I said. I want nothing. I want nothing. I want no quid pro quo.
Mr. Trump denies putting pressure on Ukraine to investigate potential 2020 opponent Joe Biden and his son Hunter.
Why don't you hook me up? Yeah. I need some dirt on this guy I think I might be running against.
Mr. Trump did order a hold on military aid to Ukraine just days before a phone call with the country's leader.
The reason Trump thinks it was a perfect phone call is because he said all the illegal stuff without saying it. That's why it was perfect. I don't understand what the problem is. I used all the code words. I had Rudy take care of all the real strong-arming. He made the flight over there.
And Rudy Giuliani is meeting with truly horrifying people, Lev Parnas and Igor Furman. One of them owns a nightclub called Mafia Rave, and the other owns a business called Fraud Guarantee.
Fraud Guarantee. I can't even be mad at that. I can't. It's so funny and it's so bold.
Time to drain the swamp.
You know, I think there's no one I would trust less to tell me the weather than Donald Trump. And that's saying a lot, especially when you consider that Mike Pence thinks it rains because God is sad.
Trump then called on his Homeland Security Secretary to show a doctored map in the Oval Office, hoping to prove he was right. But take a closer look. The black line projecting Alabama was in the potential path of the storm appears to have been drawn on by a black Sharpie marker.
He had the power of the Sharpie. When you do it in Sharpie, it means it's fucking real.
I'm sure he used his Sharpie, and I'm sure they said, okay, we think you should pay this much. No, thank you. I would rather pay this much. And he turned it in.